Amy, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
About a month ago, your first single of the new record was released. Do you still get anxious for days like that?
I don't really get anxious, I get excited, especially with this album and these songs. I feel so proud of them and so happy with how everything sounds that I'm just excited for everyone to hear them.
Why more so than the last record, for example?
Not more so than the last record, but I think with this album I had a lot more time. So it feels like the best work that I could do. I didn't ever feel rushed, so I feel like I've done the best that I could do at this point in my life, and I feel very happy with it.
Is it a relief when you hear it on the radio, you know, it's out there?
It feels like it takes such a long time, so when it finally comes on the radio it feels like ages, because it's been a year or more since I wrote the song, and then recording it, playing it with my band, so it feels like finally it's on the radio, so it is a bit of a relief.
Do you remember the very first time you heard a song you had written yourself on the radio?
Yeah, the first time I had ever heard a song I'd written myself on the radio was before I signed a record contract. I sent a demo away to a radio DJ called Jim Gellatly back home in Glasgow, and it was the demo of This Is the Life, and I was probably about 17, and he loved it so much that he played my really rough demo on his radio show, and it was the most exciting thing ever for me. I couldn't believe that my songs were on a radio show.
Did you know he was going to do that, or was it a surprise?
I didn't know he was going to do it, no. I just listened to his show every night. He had a great show, and he always played the best new music, so I always listened to his show anyway, and I'd sent him this demo and he just loved it, so he played it even though it was really rough and not a proper recording.
This is, of course, a very sharp memory because you knew where you were, perhaps, and this song is linked to it. But the beginning days, are they all like these sharp memories, or is it a blur, perhaps?
There's definitely some memories from key points, but I do so much stuff that a lot of it kind of blends into one. But there are definitely memories that I have of key moments and special things that happened.
Can you pick out some, perhaps?
From
the first couple of years?
Yeah, I mean, in the Netherlands it was the first time I had a #1 single anywhere in the world, and I was playing Pinkpop, and my flight got cancelled, so to get here I had to fly to Germany and then get a taxi, so I missed most of my set, but I was able to come on and do a few songs at the end. And there was just so many people there, and then after I got told that I had the #1 single and that my record had gone gold, and that was a really special moment for me. That was one of the kind of first moments where I started to think, oh, things are going quite well.
You didn't believe that something like that was possible before, or?
I dreamed that it would happen, but with the music industry you can never rely on anything, so I never expected it, but I did dream that it would happen.
Yeah, I was thinking about it because you write the music, of course, but you never know where it's going to pick up, when it's going to get picked up. Can you perhaps describe the route you took? Perhaps it started, of course, in Scotland.
Yes.
And you went to Holland. How did it evolve?
It's hard to really remember, but Holland was the first country that really started to get behind me. And then I think we were in Switzerland and they loved it, and then Germany, they loved it, and then France, and then Italy, and then Spain, and then Portugal and Sweden and Norway. It was just like, it took such a long time because it was one country at a time, but eventually everyone came on board, and it was just really, really exciting.
Could you keep up with that?
Not really, no. I was constantly travelling and all over the place, but it was very, very exciting.